Something,
I
are
feel
you
like
okay?
because he said from the beginning, for whatever reason, maybe because of the money or maybe because of whatever, he has accepted her being the one in authority. So she must have acted a fool back at home because he already said, like, oh, if my girlfriend was here and she saw me doing this, she would go
She
off.
would
If
cut
my
me. Right,
he had
right.
been saying that ever since he got there. So he kind of has set her up to be crazy, but it doesn't seem like it's wrong. She does seem
It's
like
very
okay.
wrong. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. What about him when they have this conversation with the girl with the dog clothes? What's the name of the girl? Mariah?
Yeah, Mariah.
Yeah. So they have a conversation and they sit down and like, you know what, you should have, at least said something. And then they show us a clip of where he was about to say something, but it became so explosive that he did not even get an opportunity to say anything.
Um, I don't know. I'm kind of over the dog clothes. Like, girl,
I am
they
over
kicked
it.
you out the house. It's too late. And because that's the thing, if he wasn't going to apologize then, I'm with Nick. It's 365 days later. Don't keep talking about these dog clothes. So yeah, I don't think like I'm over it. And because that's the thing. If he was going to apologize, he would have already. He did say he was sorry. He didn't really have to actually. I mean, I guess the cameras caught it, but he never really had to actually reveal it. He revealed it, but he didn't say anything in the moment. He let them basically go to blows. So, do I think I
Hmm.
think he should have said something at the time.
At the time, I
Now I'm
feel like,
kind of
yeah.
like it's too little, too late. Like it's over.
Hmm.
And I think
Hmm.
she wants to use it as a way to justify how she acted and her anger and
Hmm.
stuff. But it's like, you probably shouldn't have pushed the girl. And realistically, the vote just didn't go your way. When I saw it,
Right.
I didn't think like, Summer pushed Bria, yes, last episode. So it's like, they're not trying to vote Summer out the house.
Double
So
standard. Yes.
exactly. So for whatever reason, they wanted Mariah gone, and so she was gone. So I'm like,
And
okay.
I like Mariah. She's beautiful. I wish she stayed. Um, I, what about, the flamingo?
Okay, so do you watch Real Housewives of Potomac?
Yes.
Okay, so it's very much giving me the first few seasons of Michael Darby when he used to go to the parties and be jumping in the pool and hitting people on the butt, all this. Like, I'm from Australia, like whatever. So it's very much giving I, I'm not sure. Maybe I assume he's dated other black women. I don't know, but he seemed like he hasn't mingled in that sort of like um upper class black
Mm.
community. So he don't know,
Mhm.
like, okay, you know what I mean? Like if he's in there and he's taking off his clothes and he's in the hot tub with Shanice naked and all this other stuff, he thinks that's no big deal. But
Yeah.
everybody else is like, you crazy, like that's not what we do. The same way people used to look at Michael backwards, like, why are
Mhm.
you hitting
Mhm.
somebody's
Mhm.
husband on the behind? Like that's
Right.
not what we
Right.
do. And so one, I think it's sort of a cultural thing. And I haven't, not that I'm opposed to it, I have not dated so far outside of my
Mhm.
race. But to me, to
Yeah.
some extent, it's like if you date somebody from another culture, you get what you get. And you have to
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
adjust to it. So I felt like she kind of overreacted.
She
And
always overreacts. She always overreact over everything. Bria is gonna overreact over
yeah,
anything.
exactly. And I'm kind of like, you knew, like to me, it just seems like it's Simon's character. So to me, I would say, okay, let him fall on his face and let the black people school him. Like, okay, now let somebody else come up there and say, okay, let Nick come and tell him to take it off. But I wouldn't have really even gotten into, I mean, she told him, but
Hmm.
now it's sort of one of those things like if you have somebody in your family that does something like your child or a sibling or someone or a parent or whatever that does something to embarrass you while you're out and now you overreact, you're more embarrassing than the original thing. So it
Mm.
was kind of like,
Mhm.
oh, what is he wearing? But her
Mhm.
flipping out and cutting the thing and getting all dramatic and stuff, just now she too looks crazy. Like at first he was
Right.
just looking
Right.
crazy, but now you look crazy. So you do
Yeah.
have
And
to watch when you're embarrassed. If you overreact,
mhm.
then the embarrassment is that much larger and really looks
Mhm.
like you look like the crazy one to
Right.
overreact to this like silly, goofy thing.
And for her to even saying that this the relationship is over, we are done. I'm like, oh, the guy just came from Germany.
Well,
How
I'm
come
guessing, yeah, but I assume it has to be a little bit more because I'm not really
it has
clear
to be more?
on. I would
Hmm.
have to go back to, I don't remember what she said in the first episode, but to me, a lot of times I'm always looking at like, how is the money flowing? So I always feel like he's paying for her lifestyle, I
Oh yeah, he
think.
is. Oh yeah, he is.
You know what I'm
Yes, he is.
saying?
Yeah,
So
he is.
that's the thing.
Yes,
Like,
he
you
is.
have to be in a place where if you with somebody who is totally bankrolling you, then yeah, it is going to come a question of when is your voice going to be heard because he paying for everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
he's paying for your life. So,
Hmm.
so that's the question. And can you afford to bounce like you say it's over? You know what I'm saying? He know you ain't going nowhere if he's paying all the bills.
Hmm.
So, so it's an interesting sort of dynamic when you are that dependent on someone.
Jasmine herself, Bria, and what's the name of the other girl? They were in the Playboy
Shanice?
mansion. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chinese, somebody else. There are four girls. The girl who is losing her hair is
Jordan.
okay. So there's Jordan, Jasmine, Bria, and Shanice. They were all in Playboy club or whatever you call it. All of
Right.
them, the four of them. So I don't know what
Right.
she does now because Shanice is complaining about she has lost her job, she doesn't have the money. That's why she got very emotional when when someone was criticizing her about her looks and stuff like that. Can you talk about Summer? What's going on with Summer?
I don't know. I mean, she seems so different than she was from last season. She seems to
Mm-hmm.
be like totally spiraling, totally out of control.
She
But
is.
what's so crazy is not that she shouldn't be upset or whatever, but I feel like she's
Mm-hmm.
not saying what's really going on. Cuz I'm like, everything
This
you've mentioned so far has been
doesn't make
true
sense.
most of your whole life. It didn't happen this
Uh-huh.
summer, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not saying her mother backslid on drugs. She's not
Okay.
saying she just moved in with her grandmother. She's not
Okay.
saying, I just learned that I don't know my father. Like all this stuff has been happening to you. And Preston's father just passed. Jordan just lost her hair this week. But all these things have been true your entire life. So what is it about this summer that's calling everything to a head? So I feel like just like her friends are saying, she's not revealing all of it to them. I don't think she's
Mm-hmm.
revealing all of it to us. Like maybe some of those things are playing a part. I'm not doubting that. But I feel like
There's more
they were
recent
also
stuff.
true last summer and you were happy go lucky. You know what I'm saying? You was free as a bird.
It
So
was free, yeah. You were
right,
saying
like
I
last
like
summer
being
you were good.
free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So I
mm-hmm,
do feel like it's something going on with her, but maybe she's not comfortable enough to reveal it to the audience. So she's kind of um pulling together some of these other things that I think honestly, I think how like, okay, like for example, when you're taking a college exam or something, like I remember one time in finals, I there was a time where I missed an exam or something, like I
mm-hmm.
overslept or whatever, and maybe I used the excuse that my grandmother had passed or something like that. And so my grandmother had passed, but like when I was a little kid, you know what I mean? Like not just that day. So, you know what I mean? So I felt comfortable saying that. So I feel like she's drawing from past pains to be like, this is why I'm acting so crazy. But these are things that upset you years ago when they actually happened.
Okay.
And, and maybe you are still sort of recovering. I'm not doubting that people do, they go through recovery periods, and
Mm-hmm.
there are different layers to our feelings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like something has happened currently that
Currently,
has
yeah.
caused it, or
Mm-hmm.
right before they filmed, or this year,
Right.
or I'll even go
Right.
as far as to say last year. But something
And
has happened, like earlier than not knowing your father for 20 years. So I think something else has happened more recently that has triggered her. But like
and
for whatever reason, she
yeah.
doesn't want to say it.
And even for her to say, you know what, she's jealous of the girls' friendships, whether it's Noel, Bria, and Shanice, I can see that. You can sometimes feel you're jealous about other people, forming a relationship. You remember, she brought in Noel into the house,
Right.
and
I
now
I think she didn't want to say that. I think she phrased it and she messed herself up by saying like, "Oh, your friendship is so light and fun and our friendship is so serious." When really what she wanted to say is, "I brought you into this house, Noel,
yes,
and you're getting
why the
tighter with
hell?
them than you are with me." That's what she really said, but she knows that makes her seem like a single white female type person, so she didn't want to say it out loud. But that's really what it is. Like, I don't think
I
she's
think
like,
so
"Oh,
too.
they're laughing and joking and taking shots, and we're talking about death." Like, I don't think that that's what she said, but I don't even
Mm-hmm,
think
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
then she had to
mm-hmm,
kind of
mm-hmm.
halfway backpedal. It's not you guys, it's me. It's not this and that. And it's like, no, you mad because Noelle came in here and everybody likes Noelle.
Likes her,
That's why you mad.
yes. Yes, I really. What do you think about Alex and everybody calling him a fuckboy? I feel like it is unwarranted. I feel like all the girls come here, they are so smashed. They want Alex and they want Alex, and Alex is like, and then so when he does that, they're like, you know,
Yeah, I
because
don't
all
know. I mean, I don't think we know enough. All we know is he hit Summer and threw it away. So that is somewhat F boy behavior. But if he's not
but
ready to settle down, he's not interested.
he's
He's
not
not
ready.
interested.
Yeah,
Like
but you have to
I don't
remember
see why it's that deep. Because to me, it's like personally, if he really was an F boy,
he
he
would have
definitely could have smashed
all of them. All
Shanice.
of them. Shanice was very
Shanice for
thirsty.
sure. Jordan's
So,
always been weird, but he definitely Shanice wanted to sleep with him last year, and
oh
that's when
yeah,
he was like, "She too
yes,
crazy,"
yes,
because of whatever. So he could have
yes,
smashed and just kept it moving, and still
yes.
hooked up with Summer if he was,
Hmm.
as they're saying, if he was just an F
And
boy.
if
So
if he was like that, he would have gone on and ahead does the same thing with Noel. But he's over there saying, you know what, I don't wanna rush into anything. I am just over here, I
now it could
yes,
be that he actually like is cautious about how he appears
the
on
backlash.
television. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, oh, okay, I don't want to smash everybody because that is kind of disgusting on national TV. So that's valid. And then to me, really, I feel like he's very private about his personal life, which is valid. Like
Mm-hmm.
to some
Mm-hmm.
extent, if you're not
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna hook up with somebody in the house, okay. But the way they film it, they're not showing
Is
your whole entire life. It's just what you did this summer. So
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
why
Mm-hmm.
give them something that's
Right.
not
Right.
happening in this, in the
Right.
frame of the show. So I could go either way with him. I mean, I think if he's probably not ready for a relation. He doesn't want a relationship. So
He
okay,
doesn't. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that
Mm-hmm.
makes him an F boy because he's not. So far, we haven't seen him really sleep with anybody but Summer, and
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't
Mm-hmm.
actually during the show. He waited till after the show. So
Right. Right. And what about Jasmine is pregnant. Did you
yeah,
hear me?
yes,
Well,
I have
that
no
all that
comment.
all that noise that was coming from last season really paid off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it did. I mean, maybe it'll be more interesting
He
uh
comes.
when her husband comes, because right now it's kind of like, yeah, she doesn't really have a storyline. It's not really, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, why are she and Jordan not as tight as they were?
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
that's a question. That's a good one though, because uh people change. Okay, you and I are friends. If you we are say we are singles, I get a guy, I get engaged, and you don't, my life changes. And then she becomes pregnant, and then you remember the kind of a guy she was dating is a guy who is very traditional, right? Expects the girlfriend to be home at a certain day. So the kind of lifestyle that they were living while they were the Jordan and Jasmine has to change. And I think with that changes relationships. Relationships sometimes relationships are for season.
Right. And I think, I mean, it's tough because I feel like if you have a girlfriend who's really a true friend,
She's not.
um, then you know what I mean? Then you make those adjustments, you know, because
I got I,
I've had friends who dated or were engaged to people that I
yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
really like. But it's
yeah.
like if this is my friend, like I don't have to hang out with your man or whatever. So it's like it's
Right.
okay. So, but then I've also had girlfriends who like I had a girlfriend who was married, and it was almost like she couldn't talk to you on the phone in the evening, like kind of while her husband was
Mm-hmm.
around. So it kind of
Mm-hmm.
changed the dynamic of the friendship. Cause if I work during the day and you can't talk at night, it's like,
Right.
okay, so
Okay.
it sort of depends on the person who's married has to figure out how they're going to balance their friendships with their relationship. Obviously, your relationship is the priority, but on the
Right.
other hand, certain friends are friends for a lifetime. So
Right.
I don't like,
Right.
I don't know. Some friends are the kind of friends where, like, as soon as they get a man or whatever, you don't hear from them until they break up or whatever. Some
Right.
people are like
Right.
that. And,
Yeah.
so maybe, and
And some
Jasmine.
and some people also will be like the friends that you have that they still try to bring you back into the single life, but you've already moved on from that. And so because they see you're no longer going out every day with them, then it brings there's that disconnect. And I feel that's what is happening. I feel like uh Jordan is a DJ, right? That's her job. She goes to clubs. She's a DJ. As a married woman, you're no longer gonna have that kind of a lifestyle. Okay. And I don't think I just I don't know. Jordan rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. I feel like she's very combative. Okay. I feel like she thinks she's a star. Okay. Um, and because I just didn't understand, when they were on that dining, they went out, and Alex is talking to her and saying, what, Jordan, I've realized you have been very quiet. What has been wrong? What has been going on? And oh my gosh, all of a sudden, yeah, now she's already attacking Alex and accusing us because of whatever they did with Summer. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm confused.
Well, no, actually, she attacked Alex because of what happened with Shanice,
With
which was
Shanice, sorry, with Shanice.
right,
Yes,
right,
yes,
which
yes,
was
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
huh? And then, and Shanice was like, "Oh, now I'm re-traumatized." Like,
And
girl,
she's crying.
it's not our fault that your ex is suing you that he said you were a stalker. Like, it is what it is, So,
Well, the girl
um,
is suffering. She has no money for the lawyer. She has no job, and she has to pay these lawyers so much money, and she doesn't have the money.
right, which is upsetting. So I don't know. Jordan and Summer to me are both, I mean, I guess with Jordan it's the hair thing, but it seems like they both have some deeper things going on between,
Yeah, yeah,
behind the scenes because they both
yeah.
can't, although Jordan was not happy go lucky last season either. So I think Jordan is more consistent with her personality, honestly, than because she was kind of funny acting last season too. Like she got mad real quick. The stuff with Phil, like she was snapping off last season too. So I'm not that surprised by Jordan because that's why he was like, "Oh, she's a toxic friend," because she was acting crazy last season. But
Mm-hmm,
Summer was a little bit more chilled, so I'm not sure.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, she was more chill because she was new to the house. Now she's a member of the house, so now you're gonna see her true colors.
Yeah, and I mean, and she has gotten tighter with Jordan and Preston
Yes, yes,
over the since
yes.
since the last season. So that part
Mm-hmm.
is and I'm trying to remember who was Summer's friend. How did she get into the house anyway? I forgot whose friend she was. Was she Bria's friend? I don't remember whose friend was Summer.
Who? Summer.
I don't remember.
Huh.
So if anybody
Was it?
knows, let us know in the comments because I'm trying to
Was it?
recall. Was it
Yeah. Was
Jasmine?
it?
But I'm not sure. I
What?
think it was Jasmine, but I don't
That's what
remember.
I'm thinking.
I think
Maybe
it was
Jasmine.
Jasmine, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe was it from the screenwriting? Like I'm not sure. I don't
Yes.
remember how they.
Screenwriting. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so she came in there new and then got closer to Jordan and Preston over the years. So
Mm-hmm. 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 And now she's been established. Um, I think that sometimes if it's a black show, let it be a black show, right? We why can't we just be a black show? Why are we introducing Amir's girlfriend? I don't care for her. Why is she coming? This is black culture. Can we just, are we allowed to have one show that just shows us black culture? I was so thrilled. I went to a community college in New York City, so I don't know about the sororities and all that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is fun. This is fun. And of course, I've
oh, I
seen
know it
people,
was so cute. I love that montage because I think
gosh,
I went to Jackson State, which was one of the schools, and then I went to Howard. I was like, oh, my school. So that was really nice. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind her because to be honest, I think if she didn't act so crazy, but I don't mind them having her because I think it's really reflective of when Amir came to the show, which I don't even remember who Amir's friend was, but when Amir got on the show, there's still the issue of he was never attached to his blackness.
mm-hmm,
So for him, it would have been cool had Jordan got him the chance. But to me, dealing with this girl is kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go back to what I know, which is like
uh-huh,
non-black. So
mm-hmm.
I'm actually not that surprised by it. Um, kind of like with Bria, certain things don't really surprise me.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm,
so yeah, so to me it's like if we can take Simon, then we can take Natalie, I guess.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What about Nick? Nick, the last, he's preparing everybody. You do that, you do that, you do that, because the girlfriend is coming over. We see in the trailer, uh, I think that was Amir's girlfriend talking shit, saying, he has been doing A, B, C, and D. I'm like, she has continued to cause drama going
Right.
forward.
So okay, so a couple things. To me, even though he was kind of being a dictator about it, I do feel like they kind of flipped it. Like he wasn't saying clean the house because my girlfriend's coming. He had all of these people coming in dressed to the nines and they gonna go to a nasty bathroom. Like, are you
Right,
kidding me right now? So everybody was dressed up, everybody had on their suits and stuff, but y'all not gonna clean the toilets?
right.
Like, if you want to hire somebody, but he's not wrong to ask you to do it
Mhm,
because it's
mhm,
not for his girlfriend. It's for the fact
mhm.
that we getting ready to have an upscale event here. And
And
I've invited people and this and that.
mhm,
So it's
mhm,
like,
mhm.
so that's the part where I was like, okay, y'all, you just have Freaknik in the backyard, but this ain't that party. So clean up the bathrooms. Like I don't see.
Right? And for Bria to say, I just had my party and nobody helped me, and then production it can clearly show us, yes, somebody was helping you here, somebody was helping you here. Bria, please, please.
I think she just
Um,
didn't like the way he came at her with like, let's have a meeting. But I'm like, it makes sense because you want to make sure everything is done. So, and then especially I like the fact that he told them and then he still had his cousin, he still had more people coming in to help him get
to
the place
help.
straight. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't see where I mean, maybe he was a little militant or whatever, but it seemed to be an organized way to get everything
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not clear why he wanted people to wish him good luck on a 5K, because I think a 5K is like 2 or 3 miles, but okay. I thought that was a
Hey.
little extra, but it's great that he came in fifth. So I like that little part. But I was like, dude,
Yes.
ain't nobody work. Those races start at like 7 or 8 o'clock. Ain't nobody waking up after we've been drinking all night to be like, good luck on your 3.3 mile run. Like, I mean,
Right.
maybe if it was a marathon or something, I could see that. But I was like, dude, it's a
Right.
5K, man. Come on.
Now I have to give it to him, because if it was me, they'll be calling ambulance, and I'll be oxygen everywhere, oxygen. So I give that to him. I give that to him. I also feel like he has been very helpful with the cleaning. Every time, like, the two guys who have been cleaning, it was Amir and himself after a party. Every morning you see them, they are cleaning, they are doing all that. So I felt bad that he had to,
I agree.
people are
Although
not.
I am kind of wondering, I haven't been to Martha's Vineyard, so I don't know how it's set up there. But I definitely would think, like, if you have the money to rent out this nice luxurious house, you can't
Yes.
have staff coming in. Like, I don't even understand
Mm.
that. At least once or twice. Because I'm like, I'm not going on my vacation, washing
Start
dishes every
cleaning.
day if I don't have to. So, it would have been nice if they had some sort of staff coming in. But that being said, if you don't have it, then somebody's got to do it. So,
I think that comes with the package. I mean, if you're having problems with people like Shanice, who just lost their job, she would not even have come to this trip if it was not pre-planned. You know what I mean? So these are just regular folks. Well, they are, they're costs that they have to cut. Or am I hearing an echo?
let's see.
Can
I
you?
don't know. Are you hearing it still? Hold on. Let me see.
The heck? Okay, that's better. That's good. Can you hear me?
Yes. Wait, hold on one second. Let me see. Let me try my settings.
I think you're fine. Okay, I don't hear it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. So what are you looking forward to for the next episode? And we really have to be consistent. Can we be consistent, Erica? Can we come back here on Tuesday?
All right. Can you send me a link? When I was like, where's Venus? I was like, well, how am I gonna log on without a link, girl? Okay. Yes, girl, it's so funny because I stream this on my channel. And I went back through today. I was looking at my comments, and somebody commented on the last one we did, like, "Oh, you guys did a good job," or something. So then I said, "Oh, we're gonna do it again tonight."
Oh
So that's
my
nice.
gosh, that's nice.
That's nice. So
That's
yes,
very
definitely
nice,
keep it up,
you
'cause
guys. Mm-hmm.
yes, we love you guys. So so let's keep doing it on Tuesday nights, because I'm trying to think this season. I feel like this show doesn't run that long. It's not like Housewives
No,
or
it does
anything where it's
not.
like
Yeah, it doesn't.
25.
And they,
Right. It's only a few episodes, so I think we should do
right.
it.
We should do it, and then they have a reunion for the first time ever. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah,
have a
that's gonna be
reunion.
fun too.
Yes, that's gonna be fun, because then they can address stuff like, you know what, I did not understand why. I get Jordan is losing her hair, all right. I did not understand that conversation that he had to call the dad.
Yeah. Well, I don't. So, because the thing with Jordan is, I was like, girl, you had your hair last season, you were still kind of crazy. So I don't understand. But it is upsetting. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to lose my hair, I know when my hair doesn't,
I get that. Yeah, I
that
get
is a
that.
big deal. So
Yeah,
I
it is.
get it. But it's like
yeah,
I think she, I think it's still some sort of undercurrent between her being single and Jasmine being
Mm-hmm.
married, and she's still trying to
Mm-hmm.
find
Mm-hmm.
her
Mm-hmm.
place because she's not with
She
anybody, and
is.
she's the only one where it
She
seems
is.
like she's not even interested in anybody. So I'm like,
and and
so that's
also
interesting.
I feel like Justin and Simon are the ones who brought this show together, right? They're the ones who invited other people, right? And so even if she doesn't have it's
Right,
like so many times Nini Leaks did not have a storyline, but she was there because she was Nini Leaks, you know I feel like for her,
right, and it's sort of,
yes.
yeah, I agree.
And so she's
It
trying
reminds me a
to.
little bit of Love and Marriage DC, where it was like Monique and Chris brought everybody together, and then when they left, we were kind of like, okay, can the
Okay.
relationships
Right.
maintain without it?
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
how it is now. Now that she's not cool with Jasmine, she and Summer, they have to bond with the other people and in a different
Mhm.
way because
Mhm.
Jasmine's not your connect.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And
that is
and
interesting.
and, and so this is her, it's Summer, it's Shanice. They went to the Caribbeans, or I don't know where they went on vacation, and they never invited Jasmine. All right. So now Jasmine on her husband's tour, when the husband is going away to wherever he is, do you know who showed up? Nick, Bria,
Bria, right?
people with relationships though.
Right. That's true.
So,
That's true.
everybody else was out there having, no, you'd expect at least when somebody is being sent away, like you put down your differences, because you never know with the military people, you never know if they're gonna come back, and if they come back, are they gonna be the same people, and if this is
Right.
the
But the
person.
question is, but the question also is, Mod, did Jasmine invite her?
I thought she
You don't
invited
know.
everybody.
And
Yeah,
Jasmine
I
didn't
don't know.
say she did. She didn't say she did. She said Bria
Mhm,
showed up and Bria did this, and this.
mhm,
But
mhm,
especially if
mhm.
Jasmine already saw them posting pictures in Jamaica and stuff, she might not have
That's
invited
true.
Jordan.
That's
She might
true.
have
That's true.
invited Preston, I guess, depending on how tight Preston was. But I can't imagine. I don't know. She never seemed like I mean, I guess she's tight. Really, Shanice is Bria's friend. So
Yes.
I don't necessarily, not saying she wouldn't invite Shanice, but like,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not inviting
you
Shanice.
would, or
inviting.
who knows?
Yeah, I'm not inviting Shanice for anything that is serious. She's very shallow. We
Right.
are
Like,
not doing
maybe you would, or maybe you wouldn't. You
that.
might,
Mhm.
but to me, I do wonder if she actually, and I don't think she mentioned it, but I'm curious to see if she actually invited Jordan, because, I think if she hadn't really been talking to her, if Jordan hadn't really
Mhm.
been keeping in touch and stuff
Mhm.
for a lot of
Mhm.
reasons, she might not have reached out to her, you know?
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, I'm excited about the next episode. So like we have promised people, we're gonna be back here on Tuesday at 8:30, you guys. We'll be back.
Yes.
Do you have any final thoughts on this?
Not so much on this episode. I mean, I think it was kind of fun. It was very nostalgic. We saw Summer really try to pussy pop and backpedal all the crazy stuff she said when she was drunk. And it's kind of
Mm.
interesting where Nick was kind of like, oh, we can't have people say, we need to hold people accountable. Of course, he's the person who doesn't drink. So we got to hold people accountable for, using
Mhm.
drunkenness as an excuse and all that, blah, blah,
I
blah.
use
I thought
I
he
use
was
it all
going
the
a little
time.
overboard with that.
I use
I
it
know.
all
I
the
was like,
time, so
you're
don't
doing
worry.
too much right now. Just right. Exactly. I'm
And
like,
listen,
Nick, it's not that
and
deep. The girl was drunk. She had a bad
okay,
moment.
and Erica, you're on vacation. You're not going to work the next day. Nobody is calling you, asking you for anything. I'm gonna drink. Okay, I'll drink.
Right,
I'll ask
exactly,
for
exactly. Let people live, Nick. So
other
that's,
people.
I mean, not
Okay,
Nick. I'm sorry. It wasn't Nick. It was Alex. It was
it
Alex. And
was
I was like,
Alex.
Alex,
Yes.
chill out a little bit. Right. And then now what I do really want to see is, because this is what I found out about on this episode is
Mm-hmm.
Natalie is like, oh, I don't party like that. And she's all standoffish. And then if she happens to be standing there when somebody else is telling the gossip, she's the first person to run and go tell the tea to
Yes.
somebody. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
but you weren't even in the incident. You don't even you're basically playing telephone right now because you weren't there.
Okay.
So I
And
do
she's
want
like,
to see what
mm-hmm.
she's gonna tell Nick's girlfriend next week. Because I was like, you don't know who
I
Nick's
was surprised.
when
Yes.
you.
Yes. I was like, who are you? I understand it that you're really trying to fit in, but what? What are you doing? Okay. I'm like, what? Yeah, that
But
confused
here's
me.
another thing, because the way they filmed it, I don't know if he's talking to Natalie about trying to fit in or if he's talking to Noelle. Because to me, I feel like the only person he was really handsy with was Jordan and Summer. Those were the people
Yes.
who made the complaints to Preston.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the way they showed that clip, Noelle was looking crazy. And I think because when they showed Natalie saying, oh, maybe I take it to her, she was talking to, I think it was Noelle and Shanice and maybe Bria or something. So she wasn't talking to Jordan and Summer, who the people who he was actually handsy with. So I'm curious to see how the editing is done. I can't really tell what she went back and said, because really it's like, if she really thought it was her place to go back and tell the girlfriend this, is it because of what the girls told her, or is it because of what Amir had to say? Because Amir had comments the whole time about how Nick was acting with the girls. He kept
Yes.
like, oh, if my girlfriend saw me doing this,
Yes. Yes.
oh,
Yes. Yes.
your
Yes. Yes.
girlfriend is crazy, Amir. So
And even he called her on the phone, remember? He was
yes,
on the phone.
exactly.
Yes.
So part of me feels like she might have gotten this gossip from
From
Amir,
him.
because the girls ain't even really talking to her like that.
Right.
So I am really excited to see what's going to happen
That's a good
with
one.
her next season. Next week. Because I feel like somebody, Nick or somebody's going to have to check Natalie for real. So that'll be
Yes,
interesting.
seriously. I don't even think that she needs to come back next season. I feel like not this long. We just need her for like one episode to clear herself and just go. Like I'm
She
like
can come for one weekend, for one
yes,
party, and then go
yes,
back to work, girl,
go.
and get your big check.
Be go. Just like the guy. What's the guy's name? The one who pooped and never flushed the toilet.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah.
Phil.
You know, if we cancel Phil, we can also cancel Natalie. Natalie, just come for one weekend and just be gone. Go make that money.
Oh wait, that was so funny. I felt so bad for Phil. The one girl he decided to talk to was like Nick's girlfriend's little sister. And she was already like, you're the one who doesn't flush the toilet. And I was like, oh man.
Yo, after even saying that, I've been going to therapy I went to therapy.
Going to therapy. I was drunk. It was the
drunk.
Jack Daniels.
Yes.
It was this. It was that. It's like, oh, poor Phil. Poor Phil can't get nobody's number at this party.
He's like, who are you here with?
Lord.
Who are you here with? Who are you here with? And everybody was like,
And he's like, oh wait, everybody's friends with Nick. Okay, let me go home now.
He's funny though, and he's a good looking guy. So I wish they can give him another opportunity.
Guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, come on, he can at least smash Shanice. I mean, she's looking to get laid, so why not? Go ahead.
And she needs money too. She needs money. She needs money for the lawyer. So
Well, yeah. I know, right?
Anyway,
I don't know if Phil has any money, girl. Phil don't strike. He strike me. He might be broke, but she might have a fun summer fling.
That part.
But yeah, girl.
Oh man. All right, girl. All right. Well, this is the ad. So anything else you did not mention? Do you have anything left?
Nope.
Okay.
Not really on this, but yeah, follow me on my channel, like, subscribe. I'm doing some other shows like 90 Day Fiance and Love During
Erica,
Lockup.
Erica,
Couple shows. So yeah.
we have to do 90 Day Fiancé together. Seriously, I love that show.
Okay,
90 Day
yeah.
Fiancé is my favorite.
Let's do it. Let's do it, especially with
See,
because I keep hearing Angela's gonna come back, so we'll see. But yeah,
she
I
better
do
not
like
come
Kobe
back.
and Emily. So yeah,
Yes, I like
come
Kobe
on.
and Emily.
She's good TV girl.
Did you see? She is, but did you see them going to Cameroon?
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely got to
See,
talk about it, girl.
we gotta talk. Yeah, let's do.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can
We
always
gotta do it
this
for
90 Day
sure.
Fiancé. I would love to come to your platform, and of course, I can also always stream it on my YouTube. But we have to. Let's do it together. Let's do it together.
Okay.
All right.
That'll work.
All right, girl. All
All
right.
right, you
Thanks,
guys. Have a good night,
everybody.
chica.
Bye. Thanks, everybody, for
Thank
coming
you.
by. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. Support us. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Every Tuesday, come over here for Summer House. And then, of course, like you have heard, we're going to be doing 90 Day Fiancé with exactly Erica. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye, everybody.